Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the college football pregame show. This is our last preseason video. We've got my preseason top 25, my playoff picks, and my Coach of the Year and Heisman predictions. Timestamps for all of those should be showing right now if you want to skip to one. We're going to start, however, with the top 25, and we're going to go over each team starting at the bottom. Number 25, I've got Penn State with Matt Campbell coming in as the new head coach. I don't think they'll be awful by any means, but they're probably not going to be where they usually are as a program, which was also true last year. So they should be about number 25. Number 24, got Houston. This is their first season in which they could really compete in the Big 12. So I like what's going on down there. Number 23, I've got Boise State. They aren't as good as I initially thought when I researched the Pac-12, but they're still pretty solid as a program. Definitely the favorite to win the conference, and it would be pretty rude to leave the new Pac-12 out of my first preseason top 25. Number 22, I've got the Alabama Crimson Tide. I did say a lot of bad things about them in my SEC video. If you want to go watch that after this, it's on the channel. But all things considered, it is still Alabama. It's the SEC. I'm ranking them number 22. Number 21, I've got the Oklahoma State Cowboys after a 1-11 season and Mike Gundy being fired. I think Eric Morris really has this team going, and I think it's going to look pretty good. Maybe not quite ready to compete for a Big 12 title yet. Number 20, we have the Memphis Tigers. I am probably a little biased. I know my graphics are up right now, so you can't see my whole Memphis setup, but it's there, trust me. Overall, though, I still do really like what Charles Huff is doing with my team. I like the offense. It looks good. The defense also looks really solid with Jamon Tapp. So this is actually a somewhat objective decision. Number 19, I've got the Tennessee Volunteers. I'm pretty concerned with the offense. The pass game doesn't look great. I do like Deshaun Bishop at running back. The defense also looks exceptional, so I think they'll be pretty solid. Number 18, we've got BYU. The wide receiver room is really bad. Outside of that, they're an incredible team, but I'm just really not confident in the offense if there's no one to throw to. But the defense will hold up, and I'm sure the rushing game will be great. So I'm still going to put them at number 18. Number 17, we've got the Texas A&M Aggies with Mike Elko at head coach. Should be another great year in College Station. Number 16, I've got the Virginia Cavaliers under Tony Elliott, one of my favorite coaches in the sport. I think they should also be pretty good this year. Maybe not quite able to get that playoff spot from Miami or Clemson, but definitely pretty good. Now, number 15, I have the Arizona State Sun Devils under Kenny Dillingham. Even though they did lose Sam Levitt to the portal, I still think they got a really good team put together. Although not many people do, so that is one of my hotter takes as it turns out. Number 14, I got the Missouri Tigers. I think Mizzou is really good, even if Ahmad Hardy might be a little injured going into the season. Hoping the best, hoping he gets better. I'm not as confident in the defense, but the offense is just so incredible that I think putting them outside the top 15 would just be ridiculous. Number 13, another surprising pick for me, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I really like what Matt Rule is doing, and the Huskers look set to compete this year. I am really excited for them. Number 12, we have LSU, the bad guys of the sport going into this season. Sam Levitt at quarterback, altogether it's a great team, and I think the Lane train is going to keep on chugging along in Baton Rouge. Number 11, even if not ready to compete for a playoff spot, I don't think Kiffin's team is as good as Ole Miss, who we'll get to in a minute. Number 11 is Michigan, who, after not the best season last year, they should be back picking it up. New coach, new everything. Kyle Whittingham from Utah is a new coach. That's all around looking to be pretty good. Number 10, we've got Ole Miss. The Running Rebels did lose their coach to LSU, the aforementioned Lane Kiffin. I wasn't too big on the Pete Golding hire, but it looks like he's kept the team together pretty well. Trinidad Chambliss and Kawan Lacey are both still on the offense, so it should look pretty good. Number 9, who we have the Oklahoma Boomer Sooners, who I did actually pick to win the SEC in my SEC video, even though I don't think they're the best team. So I think just based on my picks, they'll end up with a pretty high spot in CFP predictions. Number 8, we have the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Even after the Brendan Sorsby debacle is looking pretty good in Lubbock, so I think they will be with the favorite to win the Big 12 this season. Number 7 is Texas. As much as I hate to admit it, I think Arch Manning might be good at football, so it looks like, especially with the team he's got around him, it looks like Steve Sarkisian's got another really good year in front of him. Number 6 is the defending champion, Indiana Hoosiers. Under Curt Cignetti, I think it's pretty hard to win less than 10 games. But, even after losing most of the teams of the draft, the offense looks incredible with Josh Hoover, Turbo Richard in from Boston College. It's looking pretty good. Number 5, we've got the Miami Hurricanes, the defending national runner-ups. So with Darian Mensah as the quarterback and Mark Fletcher returning running back, I think Miami is a real national title contender. Also, number 4, the Georgia Bulldogs. I never doubt Kirby Smart. He's always got a national contender team. And even if it's not the best team he's ever had, it's still pretty darn good. So it's looking good in Athens. Number 3, we got the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ryan Day's team, as usual, excellent. Very good team all around. Also a national title contender. And same can be said for number 2, Notre Dame, under Marcus Freeman. Despite the lackluster schedule, they should be able to put together a really good resume. And number 1, the Oregon Ducks, under Dan Lanning, Dante Moore, the returning quarterback, I think are the best team in the country going into the season, even if they may not be my national title pick. Before we get to my playoff predictions, however, let's take a real quick look at my Coach of the Year prediction, which is none other than Dan Lanning, and my Heisman prediction, which is John Mateer. I think he is probably the best quarterback. And now that said, my playoff field predictions, let's get right into that. Starting off at all the way to the bottom at number 12, my Memphis Tigers. I picked them to go 12-1 and be the final automatic bid going into the playoffs. Number 11, I have the Texas Longhorns. I predict them to be 9-3 and be the last at-large bid. Number 10, Texas Tech at 11-2. And then number 9, Clemson at 11-1. Those two are really interchangeable, but I didn't want to have, if I was the committee, I would not have a Clemson-Miami matchup, so I went with Texas Tech getting the lower ranking, despite definitely the much tougher schedule. Number 8, I've got the Ohio State Buckeyes with a 10-2 record. Miami at number 7 as the ACC champions at 11-2. Indiana, number 6, also 11-2, Big Ten championship runner-ups. Big 12 champions, Arizona State, number 5, with a 12-1 record. Number 4, Georgia, with an 11-2 record. Number 3, Notre Dame, 11-1. That one loss I predict to be BYU. Number 2, the Oklahoma Boomer Sooners, with a record of 12-1 and SEC champions. And number 1, the Oregon Ducks at 12-1. Now, if I were to predict how this playoff would play out, which, by the way, I normally wouldn't try to do this, but I'll humor you here. We've got number 5, Arizona State. Honestly, I don't trust, totally unbiased pick, I'm going with Memphis. I don't trust Arizona State to be good. I trust their coaching, but I can't trust them to be consistent, especially in a playoff kind of game. I'm taking Memphis. And then 6-11 game, I'd take Indiana to beat Texas any day. I'd probably also take Miami over Texas Tech. Ohio State, I think, could also handle Clemson. And then in the quarterfinal, Oregon would definitely beat Ohio State again. Oklahoma would probably survive Miami. And then Notre Dame against Indiana, I would give that game to the Hoosiers. I think Indiana wins that. And Georgia would absolutely throttle Memphis. I'm going to be a little more realistic this time. And then the semifinals would be Oregon and Georgia. That one I would give to the Ducks. I'd say Oregon. And then I would actually have Indiana beating Oklahoma. So we'd have Indiana and Oregon in the national title game. And I think it's Dan Lanning's year, so I will pick the Oregon Ducks to win the national championship this year. That'll do it for this video. We will see you in our regular season content every Friday. See y'all then.